Alright, we got another box here with another renewed phone or refurbished phone from BackMarket, and this time this is a excellent conditioned phone. So I did a couple of videos before on a fair condition phone, which was a Z Fold 3, and a good condition phone, which was a Pixel 5. I'll link those videos down in the video description in case you missed those. If you're wondering, what you can expect in the different categories. So fair condition is the lowest and typically the cheapest priced condition phones, renewed phones on BackMarket. Good is the middle category, and then this is the excellent category. And the excellent category is supposed to be pretty much flawless, like maybe some minor scratches on the body, and the screen should be pretty much scratch free. Of course, the phone should be 100% functional. This is a Pixel 4a. Again, I went for another one that's kind of older because you're going to probably see more variance in the condition for the older phones, but I didn't want to get anything that's too old, because if you go even older than that, then it's really hard to find phones that are in really good condition. This one here is the blue, or the barely blue version, which was a special edition that came kind of a few months later after the black ones came out, and so there's not a lot of these, and not a lot that come up in the excellent condition. I was kind of lucky. I found one in excellent condition, and so I just grabbed it when I could. If you go to the black version, which is more common, and also to the lower condition grades, if you go down to good or fair, so you'll have some obviously defects in terms of it cosmetically. You can get this at a lower price. So I saw this for like $90 in the black version in the fair condition, which is probably going to come with a bunch of scratches. And you can go refer to my previous video on the Z Fold 3 to get an idea what a fair condition phone might look like. It's going to have a fair number of screen scratches and a lot of defects on the body, but all those should be cosmetic. The phones themselves work just fine. So you can go see those other two videos, but let's go ahead and open this one up and let's see what we got. So here's the receipt, what I got here, the 4A, 128 gigabyte, and the blue color unlocked, and it was listed at $145, and there was some tax as well, but the shipping was free. All right, we got a white USB-C cable. So it's USB-C to USB-C. Phone is in some bubble wrap, but it's just kind of loose like this, not really that secure. Sometimes they come with a wall adapter, sometimes they don't. Typically the more expensive ones do. The cheaper ones for the low-end phones don't come with a wall adapter usually. Okay, so there's a sticker on here. Let's go ahead and peel that off. Alright, so we're just looking at the cosmetic condition. I haven't turned it on, and yeah, a lot of times it's really hard to see stuff on camera. I guess I should get a macro lens, but I'm just kind of going over this and feeling it. I don't feel any scratches on the body. I don't see anything. I do see a few signs of wear around the fingerprint reader here. That is pretty common. So this phone has been used. It's definitely not brand new. The buttons seem to work fine. Oh, it looks like I turned on the phone and put it into bootloader mode. I'll have to turn this off. And they've got a little microphone hole there. Now these have the old 3.5 millimeter headphone jacks. You don't see that anymore. You got the single camera in the back here, and the glass in the back here looks fine. I don't feel any scratches in the corners. The back is pretty much, it just feels like it's brand new. Take a look at the charging port. Yeah, you can see a little bit of some paint chipping off of here around the charging port. That's pretty common. Speaker grills look fine. Alright, look at the bezel. There's a little bit of a ding right here. Yeah, so this one has definitely been dropped, or something has hit the bezel right here. It's kind of hard to see, but a big chunk of the bezel has been just kind of gouged out of here. Not terrible. The glass is fine. I don't see any cracks there. It's a little dirty. There's some gunk here between the bezel and the glass. I probably need to clean that. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like some glue or something. Actually, this is looks like the glass is a little bit cracked here. And the bezel is cracked as well here. So this is supposed to be an excellent condition phone. It's nice, but there's definitely some defects. I'm not sure if I'll be keeping it or not. Let's see here. Yeah, the rest of it's fine. Along here, along the corner, no problems. There's the speaker grill here, no problems. Yeah, overall, pretty nice. The bezel all along here is okay. Don't feel any scratches at all. And along the corner here is fine as well. It's just this little section right here and this little corner right here. So unless you're looking really carefully like I'm examining it right now, probably not going to really notice. Now, I'm feeling the glass. This one is much better than Pixel 5. There's actually nothing on here that I can feel. I don't see anything. So the glass itself looks like it's pretty much defect free. This is what you should decide. Probably whoever owned this before had this in a case and probably had a screen protector on it. Obviously it's been removed to be refurbished, but the screen itself does appear to be perfectly brand new, except for that little corner there and then that little piece right there. All right, let's go ahead and power it on. See how much battery we've got left here. Okay, yeah, so not a lot of charge. I've imagined this phone's probably been sitting around for a little bit before it went on sale. So we'll go ahead and charge it up. Go ahead and set it up. I'm going to use it for maybe a week or two. We'll see. And I'll give you my thoughts on make sure that everything is working, and then we'll conclude this video. Alright, so it's been a couple weeks later. I've been using the phone on and off here and testing it out, and for the most part, everything is working just fine. I have no complaints about the phone functionality. Everything is working as expected. No issues whatsoever. No weird reboots or glitches or nothing like that. Everything functionally works. Cell service works. Wi-Fi works. Bluetooth works. So I did all the basic tests. Everything works fine. Battery life for this phone, being about 4 years old now, is actually not bad. I can get about almost 4 hours of screen on time. So I think that's pretty close to what it was when it was new. And I did measure the battery health, and it's about 85%. So that sounds about right for a phone about this old. And I have a feeling that it was used probably for a couple of years, and it's been sitting around for a while. Now, as I mentioned in the first part of the video, the only defect I found was a little bit of a crack or something here. I'm not exactly sure if it's an actual crack or just some gunk or some glue or something that's stuck there. It's I don't know. From a distance, you can't really see it, and apparently maybe they only count the screen as the part that's the active part, where you actually see the white part here, and that's not where this little defect is. That, and then this little part of the bezel here, this plastic part here. And so that's pretty much it in terms of any kind of issues with the phone. Otherwise it looks pretty much brand new. But one point I do want to make is that even though phones that are listed as excellent, it doesn't mean that they're brand new. So I think that's a common misperception, is that, oh, you can get a used phone in excellent condition and it's going to be in brand new condition, and that's absolutely not true. I have seen some other videos where phones have been stated as excellent condition, and in fact they do appear to be like brand new, like as if they're maybe like leftover stock or something, and then they're being sold. That can happen for phones that are more recent, like maybe they're maybe a year old or maybe a year and a half old. That is more likely, but of course you're paying a lot more for that, because you're almost paying in terms of price almost as much as a brand new phone. For older phones like this that are like 4 years old, 5 years old, etc., then that's very unlikely. And you're likely to see something like this where you might have a minor defect, but for the most part it looks pretty clean, and of course it's going to be very usable. So no complaints. The phone's very usable. Everything works. It's just that one little thing that I showed you earlier Whether or not I'm going to keep it or not, I decided I am going to keep it because this phone is, at least in this color, is kind of hard to find, and I guess you would call it a classic. One of the things I'll probably do with this one is probably put some custom ROMs on it and play around with it, because it does have a lot of customizability for future videos. I might do something like that. But for this video here, just kind of wanted to point out that you can get these phones in these different categories and kind of give you an idea of what you should expect. I think at the end of the day, ultimately, you probably sort of dampen your expectations, or sort of keep your expectations in check. There's people out there saying that they can buy a phone for the lowest price in fair condition and it'll look brand new, and that is very unlikely. You're going to probably see more what you saw in the Z Fold 3 video, where it's got a fair number of cosmetic problems. Now, of course, all the phones, no matter what, should have full functionality. It's just that when you're dealing with used products, you're going to have some sort of cosmetic issues. And there's 3 different levels: excellent, good, and fair are supposed to sort of give you a measurement of what you should expect in terms of the condition of the phone cosmetically. And if you really care about it being brand new condition and looking flawless, then I would recommend just buying a brand new phone, and then you don't have to deal with any sort of issues. But if you're okay with things that have some cosmetic problems, but as long as the phone works 100%, then you can save a lot of money by going to the used market and picking up a phone. So that'll do it for my little series here on these phones from BackMarket and Amazon Renewed. I may have some other content later. There's a coupon code down in the video description from BackMarket for $25 off. So if you pick up one of these phones I think it's got to be over $100. So if you pick up a phone for say like $110 and use a coupon, it'll take the price below $100, and then with tax and everything, it'll probably be around $100. So you can get a pretty good deal on a phone used, as long as you don't really are a stickler about the condition, and you want to pay the bottom barrel dollar for a top condition phone. I think you kind of, basically, my point is, that should not be in your realm of expectation, because that's not going to be very likely. Anyway, hopefully you found the video helpful, and I'll link those other videos down in the video description if you want to see how those phones turned out. And that'll do for this one. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.